Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. We are continuing today, this is the second part of a three-part special looking at some awesome, amazing everyday bags that were sent to me by a good friend over at JSD or JS Designs. We just looked at the smartphone pouch, and today we are going to look at the fly bag. The quality of all of these bags is absolutely amazing. As hopefully you've seen from this first one, this offers just a little bit more if you're after just taking your essentials out with you. Of course, this is a point where we turn the camera around so that we can take a closer look. As we usually do, we'll go through some measurements, some materials, and then we'll have a look around the features of the fly pack itself. Now, measurements wise, this comes in at roughly 8 inches by 5 inches by just about an inch, probably maybe ever so slightly more in depth. I'll put the metric calculations there as well. As far as the materials are concerned, everything that you see on JS Design materials wise is absolutely top notch, and also will come down to the fabrication with these as well. Everything is absolutely top notch. The main material that the front, hopefully that you can see here, this is made from is X-Pack material. If you're new to X-Pack, X-Pack is a sailcloth material that is used on sailing ships during things like the Olympics. It's known mainly for how tough and wear resistant and also tear resistant it is, also from abrasion as well. But also from the industry that it was originally designed for, there are also some hydrostatic qualities that this will afford you as well. This isn't 100% waterproof, although the front pocket here on the front does have an AquaGuard zipper, so if you wanted to put something into here, it will afford you some protection so that hopefully you can get to somewhere and you can get out of the rain. It doesn't have taped seams, mainly that's what I mean. So if you were in a torrential downpour, eventually it would get through, but I guess really what I'm trying to say here is for everyday use, if you have something in here that you want to keep protected, it will do an excellent job of protecting that. I mean, as I've already mentioned, so zippers on here, we do have a YKK AquaGuard zipper. The other zipper that's on here is a YKK RC zipper, which is really nice, super smooth. Although me pulling it like that doesn't sound like it is, it certainly is. All of the pulls on here, these are the JS Design pulls, which are really nice. JS Design is from Ukraine, so I can imagine through the winter wearing gloves a lot, being able to get these, be able to just pull them over is awesome. On the back there is a tougher ballistic style material on here as well, which is also really nice. All of the hardware, all hardware is super tough. We do have on the belt itself, there is a fidlock release on here, which is really nice. So if you need to be able to take this off rather than taking it over your head, you can do that. On the back here, actually we might as well just touch on this while having a look at this. The back here uses these Hypalon fixture points, and these, I call them thumb destroyers, mainly because every time I try and take them on and off they really hurt my thumb. But you have these gates that you push. Let's see if I can do it without hurting myself. You have these gates that you push, and then you have another bit that you have to spring past. So the way this is designed is, if you want to, you can have it in here so that both of these are orientated maybe a little bit closer to the top, or if you want to, you can have them so that they're orientated here, so it's more like, I guess you'd say, a traditional fanny pack where they come out laterally. I have one so that it comes closer to the top and one so that it comes closer out through the side. That way when I'm carrying this and I need to bring it round to my front, it's in a more natural position for me to, it will come round like that. So this one goes up here and this one comes around here around my armpit, which makes it more natural to open it. So as far as being able to carry this, there are plenty of different options or ways in which you can set this up, whether you're a lefty or a righty, or whether you're neutral. However you want to carry it, you certainly can do. Were there any other bits? I don't think there are any other bits, other than to point out as well that the webbing that comes with the strap is really nice. This is your seatbelt style webbing, so certainly no irritation if this is close to your skin or your neck whilst carrying this. Yeah, really nice. Now we're having a look. Oh, sorry, the colour on this one. This is green. They are all of the bags that we've had a look at previously and also next. These are all available in multiple different colours. I'll leave the links so that you can see which ones there are. So starting on features wise, on the sides there are no loops or anything like that that you can attach things to. I think the style of the fly bag, it's designed to be a minimal or your essentials. That's what you're taking out with you. It has a very clean and simple aesthetic to it. So I think having little loops on the side probably would have kind of diminished that aesthetic. So I appreciate that they're not on there. Similarly to the bottom here as well, it's all part, it's one part of this sailcloth material that just goes all the way around, again keeping that simple aesthetic. Now on the front here you do have, pull it there, you do have a small piece of Hypalon which has the, sorry if I just went out of focus there, which does have the JS Designs logo on there, which is just a simple JSD. But behind here, this is where, as I mentioned, you have that AquaGuard zip. So in here now, I've mentioned this previously, but I like the, let's call it the culture war that's going on at the moment with lining. There's some really nice lining that's kind of appearing recently. This has to be one of my favourites. It's this kind of diamond mocha colour. Oh, it's really nice, especially when it catches the light, the different hues of the brown that it goes through. But I forgot that these are in here. So at the moment, I have some dog poo bags in there, which is rather fitting. But if you're a dog walker, of course, you should carry those with you at all times. But in this pocket, you can fit your mobile phone. Now, my mobile phone, this is the Google Pixel 8, just the standard 8, and it will fit in there without any issues. Now that original point with the AquaGuard zip on here, probably the most secure if you're worried about items getting wet in this pocket itself. But I'll take my mobile phone out because it fits in quite a few other pockets with this as well. But that is the front easy access or quick access pocket. Now the other, or the main pocket, is here where you have these two pulls. I like the fact that they are double pulls. Everyone making pouches or bags should have double pulls. The main reason for, if you're a lefty or you're a righty and you want to keep it on one side, you can do. If you're the opposite and you want to keep it on the other side, you can do as well. Or if you're, I don't know, a centralist and want to keep it in the middle, you can do as well. So opening this up, here inside you'll see more of that absolutely gorgeous, I've called it mocha. I don't know if that's the actual colour of it, but that is what I'm calling it. And then here as well you can see you have a small X-Pac logo as well. Now on the inside of here there is plenty of options for keeping your EDC organised. I'm going to call this the back panel here, mainly because this is the back of the bag that sits against me. So you have a large slip pocket which will easily fit a mobile phone in here. So again, that is my Pixel 8 and it fits in there without any issues whatsoever. In front of that then, you then have two of these mesh pockets. I can fit my wallet in there, the mesh pocket on the other side. I also have a small USB charge cable, which means that I can, if I ever need to charge my phone, then I've always got that ready and with me. On the front of the pouch, and again I'm calling this the front because this is the closest bit that's to you, on the inside here you have some elastic webbing, and they're differently spaced. So there are some smaller kind of 1-inch spacings and then there are some larger 2-inch spacings. So whatever it is that you want to be able to put in there will neatly be held in place. Now while I have this open, I have to say, so JS Designs, their level of manufacturing is right up there with the likes of Abel Carry, with the likes of Alpaca. Some of my absolute god tier brands, and that's one thing that I want to say about JS Designs is that their attention to detail is on a world-class level. It really is. All of the stitching in here is perfect. All of the areas that need additional reinforcement have additional reinforcement on here. There are no kind of threadbare parts where you just get extra little bits of cotton that's come off. Probably isn't cotton, it's probably some sort of super duper nylon blend nowadays, but you know what I mean. Their attention to detail is absolutely amazing. Now there is an additional pocket on here, so if you are out and you are doing city breaks and maybe you want to keep something that's just a little bit easier to get to but keeps it away from prying hands, on the back there is an additional slip pocket. So I just have one of my Moorlander EDC cards in here, but if you're maybe doing commutes and you have I was going to say debit card, it's not a debit card, a transit card, an Oyster card, you can keep that in here. Or this is the third place, if you wanted to, that you could put in your mobile phone. It will go in, but what you have to do is, because of the entrance to it is a little bit smaller, so you have to kind of slide it, that's the wrong way, you have to kind of slide it in and then be able to push that down, and then you can keep your mobile phone in there as well. When it's on, for me, I carry it just about here, so towards the bottom of my sternum. But there is plenty of room left still in the strap if I wanted to open this all the way out. I'm absolutely butchering trying to do this. But what am I? I'm about 5'10". I have a 48-inch chest. I've got this with, there's probably another 6 inches or so left in here that I could open this out. And already it's roughly down where my belly button is. So there's plenty of extra give in the strap dependent on how large you need it. Now, as I mentioned, let's put this back to where I want it. While I'm doing this, talking about a lot of talking points that I do with bags like these. Huge advantage of these, and I've said this before, but they genuinely are worth their weight in gold because of, especially city breaks, especially commuting with things like pickpocketers, having something that is closer to you, that isn't in the normal, let's say the green zone that they prefer to go to. That is your pockets, that is larger open pockets like these on coats. And also, unfortunately for females, larger purses that have openings that are very easy to be able to slip your hand into. A bag like this, if somebody wants to open this, they have to be able to at least get some purchase on it to be able to then pull the zips. Keeping your valuables in a small bag like this whilst doing city breaks, whilst commuting, and perfectly, as this is called, the fly bag, whilst flying, because you can have this on, you can keep your passport, you can keep all of your documents in here. You can still put, sorry, I was looking at my rucksack there, but you can still put your rucksack on over this and be able to do everything that you need to do when you need to stop through security, whatever it is. Everything is all contained in a single bag. You can take this off, show it to whoever it is that you need to, put it back on, and then you're not taking up the line because there's probably somebody else that's behind you really complaining that you're taking too long. Absolutely worth the weight in gold. Another point that I will mention with these as well is specifically in countries where there is a lot of crime around vehicles, you can still wear this with a seatbelt over you. I can have this here underneath my armpit. It doesn't impede my driving whatsoever, but if I needed to, I can take my seatbelt off, I can get out of the car, I can do whatever it is that I need to do, and I still have all of the valuables and all of my essentials with me. Very useful for that. Keeping it on the front here is great, and it just means that anybody that has to get close to you to try and get into it has to get right up in your face. Personally, I prefer to wear it underneath my arm here. It keeps it out of the way, but it's always there. I can tap it and I know that nobody's got into it. With it being, I mentioned about an inch, but maybe just a little bit more than an inch. If you wanted to wear this, wear it underneath a shirt, if you were concerned even more so about the security of your items that are in here, you can wear this underneath a jacket like this. Keep it here in your armpit, and it will keep it perfectly concealed. The only thing that somebody might be able to see is just your strap that goes across the front here. All in all, the fly pack is an awesome and perfect example of how a bag like this, that is worth its weight in gold, can be designed and created. It's just perfect for those essentials. Now, like we looked at with the smartphone pouch, you can fit a little bit more into here. And I know one of the things that I didn't show was like my car keys as well. I can keep my mobile phone in here, put my car keys in the front, so you just get a little bit more of your essentials that you can take out with you, go for a walk, do a city break, bit of shopping, have a ridiculously expensive coffee, whatever it is that you want to do, or even come out into the woods like this. I've done quite a few walks with these, hence the dog poo bags that are in here, and it's just great. You keep your essentials in it, you grab what you need, you go, you live life to the max and don't have to worry as much about the valuables that are contained inside. I want to say a huge thank you to Jacob from JS Designs. Again, absolutely amazing guy. I know I've said this a few times before, but the build quality in these, the joys of having a large hood, the build quality in here or on these packs, all of these packs, is at a ridiculously high standard, and I really do mean it when I compare these to the likes of some of my other top manufacturers like Alpaca and Able Carry. They really are, genuinely are on that level. Of course, I'll leave some of the links below so that you can see more from these. This is part 2 of 3, so I'll also leave the links at the end of this video so that you can see the 2 other pouches that we've had a look at, although they're not coming out anyway. I'll leave those links there. I'll also leave some of my social media links to here on Moorlander EDC and my sister channel Moorlander Tactical, and whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble. That's a loud helicopter, but I will continue. Stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Would you Adam and Eve it? I phoned the Moorlandese Ministry of Defence this morning and said, keep the flight path clear. No helicopters. That was definitely a helicopter. Honestly, some heads will roll. Not sure what day this is coming out. I don't think I got much wrong in that as well. I did, pat on the back, I did pretty well. In fact, I don't think I did. That's a first. I'll just spend 2.5 minutes randomly just talking bollocks now, shall I? Anyway, yes, whatever day it is, I hope you're all having an amazing week, and I will see you all soon. That was a weird noise.